Hasan calls out the YouTube commentary sphere for focusing on him more than Trump and other far-right figures like Asmongold.
Whether we like to admit it or not, even if amongst normies, amongst the normie sphere, okay, amongst the normie sphere, politics is very different than the internet, specifically YouTube commentary. There are many different pockets of very woke places online. You know, you got TikTok, there's a woke slant there, maybe even hyper woke at times. But a lot of the commentary sphere get their notes from Twitter and Reddit. And unfortunately,
I don't have to do that. I get them directly from the source. Because they just can't help themselves but say the dumbest shit constantly.
Reddit is very malleable and easy to brigade. And Twitter is a neo-Nazi shithole. This reflects the output of the commentary sphere altogether. Okay? So the commentary sphere has found itself in this like weird, edgy centrist to right-wing attitude on a lot of issues. And therefore, people like myself are persona non grata.
If you disagree with him, you are automatically labeled the other side. He is left-wing. That means that you are now right-wing. And you love Trump.
I am literally the #1 op of virtually every drama tuber.
Okay, first off, literally not true. #1 op of every drama tuber. Every single one, huh? I mean, I know you're a narcissist, but this is just illusion, man. We get it, Hasan. You're a big fan of my videos. You watch them every night. You jacket to them. It's a little concerning. But, you know, I'll take the views, I guess.
I've been hearing from the left, from these orbiters around Hasan and Hasan, talking about ops. They all use the same words all the time. Incel, grape tone, you hate women, that's why you don't like these video games. It's all the same shit. They're in a cult. It's a mind virus.
Well, what is this terminal copium? Oh, all these slop tubers, they just get their notes from Twitter and Reddit, as opposed to Hasan, who gets his notes from Twitter and Reddit. Yeah,
What?
I hate to break it to you, but we get our notes from common sense. It is common sense to not support terrorists who kill civilians. I don't really need to consult the council of Twitter or read 1 million tweets in order to come to the wrong conclusion.
And if you bring that up to Hasan, if you bring up his terrorism support, you know what he does? He laughs. He doesn't deny it. He doesn't say it's not true. He just laughs and acts like you're crazy. Whoa, that's nuts. And then he just doesn't confirm or deny.
Also, I love how our names change every single time. So it's like apolitical slop tubers, the normie sphere, edgy centrists, right-wing slant. Yeah, we get it, man. Basically, the crux of it is if you disagree with Hasan, you're automatically like a right-wing Nazi. We get it, man. Apparently saying the most basic common sense shit, like don't support terrorists, don't shock your dog. That's like right-wing. That's Israel coded, apparently.
I get called right-wing because of my takes on video games. It's so weird, dude. I don't even care about like trans and gay people in video games as long as it's not being forced on me, like pandering to an audience that doesn't exist. Ballad of Gay Tony is fucking amazing. Playing as Fem Shep, fucking amazing. Resident Evil games, every female character is a badass. I liked the Horizon game. It's pretty good. I did everything in it. I would even do a replay of it. It's just lies, 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 manipulation, manipulation, manipulation.
Apparently. And he wonders why people hate him. So then he starts calling us out for not talking about Donald Trump. Buddy, are you smoking crack? What are you talking about?
Virtually every content creator on the commentary sphere has presented me as literally the worst fucking person. Okay? They talk about me more than they talk about Donald Trump, for example. They talk about me more than they talk about the far-right figures, for example. Or even if they do talk about far-right figures, what do they always say? Oh, you know, this guy Asmongold, he fucked up. Rarely ever do they criticize Asmongold, but when
But at least he doesn't support terrorism.
they do, they'll say, well, Hasan and Asmongold are two sides of the same coin. Now, for adults with a functioning brain, they know that that's fucking ridiculous, right? It's totally ridiculous.
two sides of the same coin. Who's the head and who's the tail?
Ridiculous. This is what I studied. This is what I went to college for. This is what I do professionally.
Guys, he's a professional. Look, he's wearing a suit. He's wearing a suit that he barely fits in. He's a professional. Don't you see? He has a communication degree from 1844. Don't you forget it. He's a well-educated individual. He's read 2 million tweets now. We're up in those
He's read so many books. So many books.
Numbers right now. This is the guy we're dealing with. This is the educated political commentator we're dealing with. But he couldn't even name a book in 2 whole minutes.
When I was growing up.
Any books stick out in your head as memorable ones?
Oh no.
I don't know.
Okay, let me just break this down for the lobotomite regards who are inevitably going to clip me, right? The reason we don't talk about Donald Trump is because he's not a YouTuber or Twitch streamer. We cover YouTube drama, you morons. Like, we're drama channels. The reason we talk about it.
I'll talk about Trump. I talk about him sometimes. He's not the worst person in the world, but I'm not a political person, so I ain't really into it. I don't like Trump. I don't not like him. I don't really know much about him because the right wing likes to glaze him and the left wing likes to hate him. And both for no reason. So I'm just kind of out on all that shit. Politics are fake. Talking about streamers is easy because they're retarded. And they don't have a whole bunch of money. And there aren't international governments involved and giant corporations.
Hasan is because he's a Twitch streamer. He's in our space. And he happens to be an unhinged fucking lunatic, all right? I don't know how many times I need to say this. We don't care about politics, okay? I'm not American. I do not care, okay? Now, occasionally, I'll be forced to talk about something if it's interesting, right? Like I made a video on the Jeffrey files because it was like a massive big thing, even though technically it was political. But for me, I'm just operating from PDF files are bad. Like, it's just a common sense opinion. It's not meant to be like a political thing.
PDF files are bad? Well, Trump is a PDF file. Why didn't you talk about him more? That's what the left likes to say. While they keep changing laws in places like California to protect pedophiles.
When I see the bricks and minifig situation, I'm not going, ACAB, all cops are bad. No, I'm just like, hey, this is a clear instance of police corruption. Let's just call it out because it's common sense. It's called actually being neutral and being a normal person who isn't politically brain rotted and doesn't run every single thought through this fucking brain dead political filter in which you completely warp your views depending on which side you're on the right or the left or whatever. The fact of the matter is our focus is obviously content creators. That's why we talk about like Nina Lynn or random TikTokers or Johnny Somali, right? Now, Hasan just happens to be an unhinged radical political moron as well. We don't want to talk about politics. It's literally the last thing I want to do. It seems miserable, unfun, divisive. And Hasan is always baffled. Why don't they talk about Asmongold as much, despite him being 10 times bigger, right? It's because you're obviously more unhinged. You openly support terrorists, right? If Asmon starts acting more insane than Hasan, then everybody's gonna start talking about him. It's just how it works. Also, I gotta point out, your crash outs are way more funny. I mean, look at you, dude.
How can I be okay? I hate all of you. I hate the woke. I hate woke. I hate the left. I hate the woke.
If one more dumb fuck in my chat says, please sue, I'm just going to end it. I'm going to end it all. I'm going to end my life, okay, in a video game.
Yeah, nobody else does this, man. Nobody has daily crash outs like this. You're obviously more fun to laugh at. So then he says that our attitude is far right.
There is no parity there. There is no equivalence there. Not even a moral equivalence, no political equivalence whatsoever. But from the perspective of even the most woke adjacent commentary content creators, they do look for a parity there. The reason for why is because the attitude in this sphere is unbelievably slanted to the fucking far right.
Dude, it's like impossible to have like good faith discourse with this guy. He just like, you disagree with him 1%, you're automatically a far right Nazi. Like, nobody even believes a word he says anymore.
What is woke? Define woke, Hasan Piker. You use the word all the time. Why don't you define it? You don't know what it means. You say it all the time.
Dude, you just know you're cooked when even Destiny is making sense and he is having sympathy for right-wingers. Like, even this complete psycho is like, dude, are you kidding me? Are you actually serious right now? Man gets assassinated. Hasan is the true victim. Guys, this never happened to Charlie Kirk, bro. That guy just had it easy, man. You know, he could just go to any college campus and just talk freely. Yeah, even that, I don't know. I'm pretty sure like half the colleges wanted him canceled. Like every time there's a bunch of protests against him going there, they hated him so much. They flippin' killed him.
Yeah, like Milo Yiannopoulos, like people who are rabble-rousers and firebrands.
Milo got banned from like 30 different countries, kicked out of how many fucking colleges, and is so fucking canceled. Literally nobody in the entire political world wants to have anything to do with except for sometimes Kanye West when he's off his meds. What are you talking about?
Everybody wants to compare Hasan Piker to Asmongold, but really, he's just the left-wing version of Milo Yiannopoulos. Embarrassing.
His audience is so politically retarded. They don't know anything about what's going on. Even in the online political world, they don't know anything. That's crazy. I can understand maybe being too online and not knowing.
You see what that chat's saying? Holy shit, dude.
Real politics, but not even in the online political world, they have no idea what's going on. What the fuck?
I wish I had. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I wish I had more. I wish
Destiny's chat is just as bad as Hasan's. Just saying.
I had more allies amongst liberals. It's
Actual degenerate fuck. He's an actual degenerate fuck. And the fact that there are still libcucks out there that give him the fucking benefit of the doubt drives me crazy. Oh my god. It actually drives me insane how much of a duplicitous backstabbing fucking snake this piece of shit is. Holy
Oh my god. Dude, if you thought that you were a Hasan hater, you're not even like top 10,000.
Alright, moving on from Destiny being a better content creator than Hasan, even though he's also a garbage human being. And let's move on over to talking about Hasan, an even worse human being.
Right, here we go. Hasan calls Ethan Klein avoiding suing Destiny and targeting iDubbbz Israel behavior and defends his spiritually Israel catchphrase in response to Dan Saltman. Right, so it's his catchphrase now, apparently.
It is Israel behavior. It is. It is literally. It is. Which is really funny because Dan Saltman apparently, I saw someone point out that he wants to now take every time I've said this is spiritually Israeli and be like, this is spiritually Mexican. Okay. And with the AI, change my words and then mass promote that to make it seem like I'm being racist. Like if it was any other country, it's like, yeah, if someone said this is spiritually South African during apartheid South Africa, I don't think people would be fucking complaining, you know? It's ironic because like when you change the wording like that, it changes the meaning. If I said something is spiritually Canadian, no one would think that it's a pejorative. If I say something is spiritually Rhodesian, though, people will understand exactly what I'm talking about. They're so fucking stupid.
What the fuck? I don't even know what that last one was. And dude, you fell right into the trap. You act like you know what's going on all the time. And he kind of does know what's going on. He knows that what he's saying right there is going to get clipped. But the reason he thinks it's getting clipped is for the completely wrong reason. He's trying to make it out like people are racist. But he's the one who's also racist. And these are just jokes, bro. And you fall right into the trap. And you get shit on every time. And then you just call it racism. It's just like an infinite loop. It's insanity. But it's good for us. You know, the sane people.
I thought you were online. How the fuck do you know this shit? Who the fuck is Dan Saltman? He's Dan Stalkman. He's like a 60-year-old who spends every waking moment trying to fucking harass, you know, people like iDubbbz, myself. Yeah, saying something is spiritually Mexican is a compliment.
Dude, I'm trying to be like reasonable here. If you have to dance around it so much, why even say it? It's just very hard to not conclude that you're a bigot.
Fuck this South Vietnamese. Why don't you go back and live in fucking South Vietnam in the same conditions? Black people care about the border. I don't give a fuck what black people care about. I mean, he's Polish, so obviously he doesn't know how to do math.
Yep, sounds like Hasan. Very woke, guys. This is the woke anti-racist. This is the guy who's going to save us from white supremacy, obviously. Hasan disagrees with iDubbbz's decision to apologize, but he understands why he did it.
I did display the very disgusting comment for 40 minutes, and it was wrong. It was a comment from Destiny, and I even said
In any case, you know, I obviously disagree with it. I don't think he should have apologized for it. But if he felt the need that he wanted to apologize for showing someone else's comments, Ian has said this 2 other times already. It's just after the Moist vid, Ethan said he wanted a sincere one and he would drop the suit. Ugh, gross. Gets to behave like a fucking petulant child, a sociopath, where he's just like, apologize to me again a 3rd time, and maybe I'll consider dropping the lawsuit. It's just bullying. You have a lot of money and you get to fucking bully other people. And it's crazy that it's like, in Adam's situation, I'm sure this is sincere. I'm sure it was already sincere. He's just, this is the kind of guy he is.
Right. So Ethan is the bully in this situation. Totally. It's not like that you and iDubbbz and everybody else knew exactly what you were doing. No, not at all. You say all this crazy shit and your fans go out and do even crazier shit in your name. But no, Ethan's the one who's the bully, trying to fight back against all of this shit when his family is actually in danger.
Not the kind of guy I am, but this is the kind of guy he is.
you know,
This is a bit of self-flagellation. I don't think he did anything wrong, actually, but that's okay. He's just being sweet, and Ethan is taking advantage of his sweetness and reform. I know. Oh.
Yep, that's right, guys. Hasan would never threaten a lawsuit with his multi-millions of dollars. He's never actually done that. He's never tried to bully a smaller creator into not talking about him.
He'd rather sick his audience after people. And he's not going to say it outright. It's more of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hey, this guy is my ops.
Because that would be the behavior of a petulant child, of course, or a giant man baby.
Singapore has the highest rate of state-sponsored executions on the planet. Oh my God, you're about to get caned, big dog. I don't know if I'm giving him content for 7 years or if he's going to prison for 7 years.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how this guy is such a massive hypocrite. I mean, really sane individual, obviously. But hey, at least I didn't have to humiliate myself and take the L, right? I didn't actually have to apologize because I was not in the wrong and he actually had no case at all. In fact, he should probably apologize for his racist fans spamming me with shit after he tried to highlight my profile or whatever. But he's not going to do that because he probably agrees with them if I had to.
That's so funny how they always bring up pictures to make fun of you. Like, people do that to me all the time. Just like random people. And they'll post it in my comments and be like, look at this guy. And then you get a bunch of other people that are just making fun of the way I look. Like, I fucking care. Like, bro, I haven't showered in a week. I have been living with chickens. Do you think I give a shit about the way you people think that I look?
Guess. Ethan dropped the lawsuit, man. Why are you still being this disgusting person, calling him all these, like, you know, subtle type of racist things? It's so ridiculous. Anyway, so then he starts crashing out at YouTube commentary creators. I wonder who that could be, guys. And he starts calling us all right-wing.
A little bit of pressure from Moist Critical, by the way, and Ethan Klein folded like a fucking picnic table. So fucking nasty. Straight up. All right, drop the rest of the fucking suits then, big guy. Entire commentary sphere on the internet is unbelievably slanted to the right, okay? You know this already. You've seen it already. I am a recipient of their endless amounts of hate.
Dude, for the last time, we are not right-wing. You just support terrorists and do some evil shit.